Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hustle Cat. And when we left off at the last part, we were hanging out at the cafe on our day off, or the day the cafe's closed, and we were going to go chat with Finley. And I'm pretty sure, so I was kind of like, I looked up a guide, just because we're going to play all the routes, so we're going to need it anyway, just know. And yeah, the more things you do, like when you engage with Finley, like this choice especially, you get a point for that. You get a point for calling her hot stuff, blah, blah, blah. So that's what kind of leads you down the path. So I think we're in a good spot to get down her path first. Which is just, I don't know, just seemed like the easiest one, or like the most obvious. I love her character too. But like, you know, she would like, oh, sweetie, or you're so cute and all this stuff. And I'm like, I feel like hers came more naturally than everybody else's. Like, I don't know if that's like intentional or it's just because that's just who she is. I don't know. I'm not trying to say she sounds easy, but like a little bit. Anyway, so we were heading upstairs. So yeah, after a brief pit stop to toss my coffee cup in the trash, I head upstairs. What's up? How are the jelly donut videos doing? Oh, just the person I was looking for. Eh? Let me see your hands. Eh? Come on, I know you know more words than that. Hold out your hands. I don't know what you're doing, but okay. I hold out my hands, palms down. Don't do that stupid slap game on me. I didn't even think of that. Dang, next time. You have really nice hands. Thanks. All right, you'll do just fine, just like I thought. Come here. You haven't told me what you're doing yet. Oh, you're right. I got a little ahead of myself. Oh my god, can't read. I'm making a human version of Jelly Donut video, and you're gonna help me. Does that mean you're gonna balance donuts on your human head? Are you gonna balance donuts on my head? Nah, that's dumb. I'm gonna do a tutorial for Jelly Donut themed nail art. And you're my model! That sounds pretty cute, actually. You ever paint your nails before? Nope. I bet it would come out all weird looking and gross if I tried. That's kind of actually interesting, because if you were playing as, like, Boy Finley, then it would be asking you, like, Boy Avery, it would be like, have you ever painted your nails before? Probably not. Like, but I like how they do that. Like, the lines are obviously the same, and the way people treat you are the same, and they've done, I feel like, a really good job. Things like that, like, oh, have you ever painted your nails before? You know, it's possible. As a guy, you could paint your nails. Guys do that. But, like, I think most people make the assumption, like, guys don't paint their nails. Oh, or they paint their nails, they're a certain type of person. But, like, it's kind of nice in this, because they don't make an assumption, like, oh, you bet you paint your nails, or you've probably never. Where it could go, you know what I mean? They just do, oh, have you ever done it? And girl Avery is like, oh yeah, no, I would be totally bad at it. Whereas boy Avery could be totally like, oh yeah. But they give you that kind of option, like just the way they keep it open, where you could be he, she, or they, you know, like you can, your pronoun, like how you prefer to be called, like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter in the scheme of the game. It's all just player preference. But how the characters treat you is exactly the same, which I just really like that. I think that's a really nice touch that they did, and they've done a really good job with kind of writing that in the way the characters talk to you, that, you know, like asking you things like that, like, hey, have you ever painted your nails? Not like if you chose, I want to be a she, that they're like, oh, you've totally painted your nails all the time. Or if you chose he, they're like, oh, you haven't. I mean, that would take a lot more coding to do if this, then that, but they just automatically do like, oh, let's just ask, because maybe if you're a guy, you have, you know, like, I don't know. I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I just like that. I just like that they did that. I think that's a nice added touch, that they put a lot of thought into how they're doing the communication between the characters. Anyway, okay, sorry. Oh, you aren't that much of a klutz. I bet you could at least manage solid colors. We're gonna do so much more than that. It's gonna be so fun. All right. What do I need to do? Just sit down and place your hands on this table. Okay. Let me set up the tripod and then we'll get to work. I'm just going to record the footage right now. I'll do the music and voiceover stuff later, so don't worry about that. The camera's just going to be on our hands, so you just stay still. She clasps my hands for a second and waves them up and down for emphasis. I can feel a blush prickling my cheeks. We have to get your cute face on camera sometimes too, but first things first. She sets a small tackle box on the seat next to us. She props it open and it's full of nail polish bottles and all sorts of weird-looking tools. There's also stuff like glue? Nail art is a lot more serious than I thought, clearly. She's so super cute, look at her. These will be pretty simple. You work in a place where you don't want rhinestones or stuff coming off, you know? Okay. She sets to work and sets the tiny brush to my index fingernail. She said, oh, well, I always expect when it, like in other games, like it does the line and you click and it does the line and it click. Like this just keeps going sometimes and fills up the box. And it's still in my brain. I'm so used to, you click once, it fills up everything, you read everything, you click, and then it resets and does the next line, as opposed to like, done, and then you click, and then this fill, like, so I'm just so used to that with other games that I just, like, I constantly find myself going back here the second I click to start reading over. Oh my god, I haven't gotten used to this yet. She sets to work and sets the tiny brush to my index fingernail. The polish feels kind of cold. Wow, her painting is so precise. I'd be all over the place if I tried to make these kinds of shapes. She moves quickly across each nail, painting the basic shape of a donut or a cat on each. You're good at this! What, good at sitting here? You're the one who's good. Oh, but I already know that. With a few more quick, tiny strokes of a pen or something, Finley leans back triumphantly. There we go! I'm a genius! She kind of is. There's all these little donuts with sprinkles and a big calico cat on my thumbnail. I'm gonna ruin these in like 30 seconds flat, I'm sure. But it's kind of nice to have now. Wow, thanks. Anything for my biggest fan. Oh gee, she's never gonna give that up, is she? Now stay put for a bit and let those dry. Can I at least go sit on the couch downstairs? I guess. We all get caught up doing our own thing when I hear footsteps approach from the kitchen. Why, if it isn't the big boss himself. My wonderful cat herders. I see you've been keeping the place well while I've been gone. I know, I can't get their voices down. Like, I just keep changing them every time. He looks us over, but his gaze stops on me for just a second. He has a weird glimmer in his eye that I can't really place. Ew. I'm on to you, buddy. I think it's funny that he's a romanceable character. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I know you have something to do with that book. It can't have just been there because you're a collector or something. Heck, it has our names in it. I don't really understand those pages since the bookmark doesn't work on them. But still, it must be something fishy. Landry. Excellent work on the cat's equipment as always. But I'm not done yet. Have you ever given me reason to doubt? I know you'll do a stellar job. We can talk about future designs soon. Sure thing, boss. Reese, I see you've been keeping your protege in line. Keep up the good work. Of course. Nothing gets past me. The eyes and talent of an eagle. Protege? Are they talking about me? Hayes, my sweet Hayes. Can I trouble you for some of your exquisite coffee? I'd be happy to. You are a treasure as always. I don't know why I'm making him so like, you're a treasure as always. Because his voice was like very deep. I don't know how his voice was in like the first couple episodes. I really don't. He hasn't been here long enough. Like, I know Hayes has a very quiet, shy voice. Reese kind of talks like he might be like a douche. Whatever, I'm kind of a douche. And Landry just, whatever the fuck comes out of my mouth for Landry. We know Mason is very stern. Mason's stern. And Finley's like, oh my god. And then me is just, I talk my normal voice. But like Graves is fucking weird. He should have a really deep, you are a treasure as always. That's gonna hurt my voice. Like doing Monokuma. Oh my fucking god. Playing 2 games Danganronpa. That fucking, I can't. I'm not even kidding. Doing that voice for so long, I can't go nearly as high as I used to. I think I damaged my vocal cords. That's really sad. Like, I don't know. I never could get really super high, but I notice now sometimes when I'm like, hey! It's so much worse. I don't know. I can never get really high anyway, but... I hope you've been keeping well. Oh, well... Finley! Finley peeks her head over the upstairs balcony to shout down. Come on, just come downstairs. Present! Your videos are keeping me busy. We hit a whole new attendance record the other day. And 6 adoptions in 2 days. The home inspections never end. I'm sorry you have such a precious, adorable girl here making your business work. You are my internet lifeline. I have no head for such things. I bet he's been lost ever since telegrams went out of style. Yeah. And Avery. He's real close now. I don't think I like it. He puts his hand on my shoulder and levels his gaze down to mine. That blue eye is so chilling. It really is a telltale heart situation. It's fucking... Just pretend you're looking at David Bowie, goddammit. I'm on to you, Avery. Whoa. You're the fastest learner we've had here yet. I forget you're still new. I feel like he's not just talking about the cafe work. Well, I've been doing a lot of studying. So you have. So you have. I mean, he's the fucking cat that put the bookmark on our thing. He lets go of my shoulder and turns away to the rest of the employees. He definitely wasn't talking about the cafe. He definitely knows something about that book. I'd ask him more, but maybe it's not a good time. Maybe it's not a good idea in front of everybody else. I'll chase him down later when he's leaving or something. I have to get more information. Where's Mason? I wanted to see her today, too. She hasn't been showing up as much on days off lately. Maybe she's found a comfy gig at an old cat lady's or something. Haven't been to your place in ages, though. Ah! When did you get here? You startled me. Mason, I'm so glad you're here. It wouldn't be the same if you didn't join us. As much as I adore your cooking, today I'd rather give you a respite. Think I'm gonna cook on my day off, huh? Ha! Of course not. That is why I will take the pleasure of providing you, my dear employee, with dinner today. But first, an announcement. It's like... I'm reading him like super dude. First, an announcement! Like, here comes off super douchebaggy, I don't know. He slips back into the kitchen for a moment. When he returns, he's holding a garment bag. No. You haven't even let me make the announcement. I know what this is. Absolutely not. For my more cooperative employees, then. With a surely practiced flourish, Graves unzips the garment bag and lets it fall to the floor. Oh no. No, no. Is that somehow both plaid and checked flannel? I didn't know you could make a suit out of that type of material. There's a sort of appalled silence from everybody. Reese looks personally offended. Mason just straight up leaves. No appreciation for your new uniforms. And to think, I had it made in your size, Avery. Try it on, Avery! She's still shouting down from the balcony. I can't blame her. I wouldn't want to get any closer to that suit either. I'd rather wear a potato sack. And I went through such trouble to have it made. Check with us next time before you waste your time. 'Tis easier to beg forgiveness than ask permission, as they say. See? Oh, wait. See? You knew we wouldn't agree to it. Well, I'll leave this here in case you all come to reason. Take some time to admire it. I'll be off for one last errand, but I trust when I return you'll all be treated to a wonderful meal. Oh, but trust when I return. You'll all be treated to a wonderful meal. Until then, farewell. With that, he disappears into the kitchen. I'm going to follow him, just to see what happens when he leaves. I get to the kitchen in time to see him slip through the back door. I'm sure I'm going to see that black cat. I just know it. I peek out the door as he leaves. He gets further and further away from the cafe, but I don't see him change. Not even when he gets past the point where I know he's off cafe grounds. Probably because he can change at will. Like, they can change at will inside the cafe. I bet he can change at will outside. I guess the others already assumed he wasn't affected by the curse. But why? Does this prove he's the culprit? What culprit? Like, That just sounds so weird. How else would he escape whatever it was that got everyone else? Although, to be fair, I can't use that as proof. After all, I also escaped the curse, and I sure as heck didn't cause it. This seems like as good a time as any to see if I can find out more about what's going on. I peep back into the main cafe. Looks like everybody's back to whatever they were doing before. The newly arrived Mason has kicked up her feet on the couch and seems to already be dozing off. Finley did say we have free access to Graves' apartment, after all. I could go look and see what he's got hiding up there. I'm also kind of curious about what it looks like. But then again, if he was hiding something there, wouldn't somebody have noticed by now? Maybe he keeps all his magic stuff in that creepy basement. I wonder which would be better to search. Oh, I don't know. Let's check out the basement because when we do another path, you know what? Hold on a second. We can do both. You know what, guys? We can do both. We'll save this here. Save that there, and we'll check out the basement, and then we can go back and check out the apartment. I don't think it makes a difference, but it worked the first time, right? I bet that's where all the nefarious stuff is kept anyway. Maybe Graves is a hapless idiot caught up in someone else's plan. Maybe I'm supposed to think he's a witch, but it's actually someone else using him as cover. Would that be messed up if it's one of the other workers at the cafe? I can't see any of them as the mastermind type, but what do I know? Well, I suppose I should prepare myself for some snooping. Boy, this place gives me the chills. I mean it. It's like 10 degrees cooler down here than it is upstairs. I don't remember this choice. So I know that, like, I just wanted to kind of pause for a second. I know that before I said I read like a guide kind of thing, but I didn't like go through all the choices because I know I just looked and it was like, oh, this is +1, like going upstairs to help her. I don't even remember seeing basement or Graves' apartment. It might have been like, because there were certain options where it's like choose either or choose any, like, you know, there's certain ones like with our interview when we're on Graves' route, there's certain answers that are better. Because I'm pretty sure you have to choose, there's like 2 answers for each one of the questions, like which sea creature or whatever. There's like 2 that you get points for. If you choose other ones, like it's pretty much like you just don't get it. So like you have to choose the right ones to get his route, which is, but you have to get through all the other ones first before it even unlocks his, and then you have to choose the right things to get his. Otherwise, you could potentially go down one of the other characters instead by accident, you know? So I don't know. So I kind of paid a little bit more attention on that, but this, I don't think this one, it gave you an answer. I think you could do either one because it doesn't really help or hurt you with anybody. Is it just me? Or like, that looks like, but it's like the shadow of that, and it's like a spider, but it's a shadow because like this is lighter over here than this is. So like, why is that look like a spider? Because I'm assuming that's that's so fucking weird. It's kind of cool, but it's weird. Anyway, now if I were a witch, where would I hide my witchery and witching accessories? What's this right here? It looks like a cauldron right there. I take a brief walk to the immediate left of the stairs, but there's nothing here but cafe and cat supplies. Maybe the bulk coffee is also ground up and used to make arcane sigils? Oh my god, I couldn't say that. Arcane sigil, sigil. I'm pretty sure it's sigils. Oh my good lord. Or maybe I'm reaching. Like, holy crap. That's like trying to say cat and being like, cat. Not cat. Like, I'm having problems with my fucking brain, quite obviously. Oh my lord. I'm just looking at all the creepy like things back here. Anyway. Or maybe I'm reaching. The right of the stairs has the more interesting stuff anyway. Yeah, like this. This is fucking... I kneel down to get a closer look at the curio filled with crystals when I hear something creaking above me. Crap. Is Graves gonna catch me? Nah, he left. I'm hearing things. I resume my hunt. Maybe these are magic crystals after all. Creak. Creak. Hello? Oh! It's just you, Avery! My imagination was going crazy when I saw that open door. What, you think something would be down here? I've played too many horror games to not consider the possibilities. Like, too many of them to start like this. Too many of them start like this, you know? Yeah, I've watched those games. Like, you think everything is fine, and then boom! You know, like you go down the stairs, and then you're stuck in the hell dimension. A hell dimension filled with party supplies and bags of flour. No, don't say that like you weren't skeeved out to be down here. Of course I am. There's a scene like this in this one game, West Falls. You ever heard of it? No. We gotta work on your repertoire, you know? Anyway, so there's this scene where the main guy, Sage, is in a creepy basement like this. And then, bam! I feel hands on my shoulders even though I know it's Finley. I can't help but jump. Ugh! She pushes me against the wall, or at least tries to, but we don't get that far. I'm just sort of leaning back. Wow, she tries to push you up against a wall. She's very forceful, isn't she? A shadow is all up in his face, and you gotta shake it off! I get it! I get it! Sorry. It was this big surprise. You'd have to play it, I guess. That's another game I should lend you some time. Boy, she's close right now. Like, really close. Not that I mind. So what are you looking for down here anyway? She doesn't really bother to let go. Instead, she puts her arm around my shoulder, like we're going on a walk together. Nothing particularly. I just wanted to explore a bit. You know, last time I was down here, I think I saw a ghost. It was just lying on the floor behind the cat food. There it is, right there! I feel a hard poke in my side. Ah! Sorry. You're so cute when you're surprised. Just you wait. I'm gonna get you back when you weren't expecting it. I bet you'll try, but I doubt you'll succeed. Wanna go back upstairs? Or just make out in the basement? I mean, what? Yeah, sure. I don't think we can go up the stairs arm in arm, though. You just don't have a brave enough heart. I mean, we're gonna fall if we try that. Okay, okay. She lets go of my shoulders, but puts her hand on my back and gently pushes me forward. Now, shoo! Okay, okay. Aww. Or we could just stay here and make out a little, Finley. Hey. This feels weird macking on a chick. Unless I'm playing like a guy character, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah. Well, that was a bust, mostly. It's kind of nice to talk to Finley, I guess. It feels good to be getting closer to everybody here. Sorry. Sometimes talking a lot makes me yawn. It's sort of like I finally have a social life. Well, sort of. I guess I'm still hanging out with a bunch of cats one way or another. Back to the drawing table on this curse business, huh? I drift from person to person, helping everybody with what they're doing for a while. But then eventually the urge takes over. I just want to play with cats. Not friend cats. Shinsuke gets all excited when I bust out the bell toy. Guess I'd be excited too. That's like Neelix. He gets excited by cat balls. He likes his little dinkle balls. Little balls with the bell in it. Owl gets messed up on the catnip toy. Neo is swatting at his own tail, but I think the tail might be winning. I want to know which one's which. Is that Owl because he's hanging up there? Valentine is rolling around, kicking at nothing in the air. Seems to be having plenty of fun without me. Marina chases the feather on a string all the way up to the platform. I wish I had that much energy. And then they start taking naps. And that seems... Will someone please exhume Avery from that pile in the corner? Huh? I jump up with a start. Oh, like we decided to pass out. And a pile of cat toys. That's awesome. Oh my god, I want that! It's so cute! It's like a potato with ears. It's a little potato. Potato, potato. Look at that story. Oh, I love it. I jump up with a start. When did I fall asleep? Sandy Shoestar. Good morning, sleepyhead. Why is there garland on my head? In fact, I seem to be covered in cat toys. What the heck? Well, we tried to wake you up. With catnip? What is all this? Finley. What? I just put a mouse there to see if you'd wake up. And then you didn't, so we put another. And another. Oh, wait, that was recent. And another. And another. I got some really cute pictures out of it. Oh my god. Don't put those on the blog. Why would I ever do that? I fling a catnip mouse at Finley as hard as I can. It ricochets off her head. Ow! Hey! Okay. They won't go on the blog. Good. Today? No. Finley, be nice. All of you, stop distracting from the matter at hand. Dinner has arrived. I thought you were actually gonna make dinner, not just order takeout. What the fuck is wrong with takeout? It's so good. We usually order takeout on off days. It's nice to get a change of pace and try some of the other restaurants around here. And there are fewer dishes to wash. The cuisine du jour is brought to us by the Thai restaurant downtown you also enjoy. Avery, I believe we will be experiencing this splendor for the first time tonight. What did you get? You didn't ask me what I wanted from the menu. I did, actually. You mumbled something about pad thai, then rolled over on top of a bunch of cat toys. Well, I mean, that's what I would have wanted anyway, so. Oh my god, pad thai is my favorite. This is so me. Like, you know, if this were like a bird cafe, it'd be even fucking better. Don't get me wrong. Like, I would love to be a cat and run the fuck up on that little, like, swirly whirly thing. And just curl up in this hole here. Like, bloop, little boop. But, like, seriously, I wish this were a bird cafe. It would just be me like, rolling around in birds. Anyway. I look over to the tables, and it looks like they've pulled them all together into one long row again. Oh, God, I don't know why I keep yawning. I'm so sorry. Takeout boxes pile up in the center table. All of the places have already been set. Holy shit. Bon appetit, my dear employees. And the pack descends on the takeout boxes. After some sorting, we're all settled with our respective food, and we sit down for dinner. Grave takes the seat at the head of the table. Well, he claims it in name, but he's hardly sitting at all. When he's not flitting between us and offering us drinks, he's standing beside his chair, telling a story in as grand a Graves gesture as you'd imagine. When I was in college, none of you would have recognized me. What, did you take a break from your goth phase? You go grunge for a while? I would never break style. No, in fact, if anything, I suppose you could say I was more goth then. I had long black hair, and I wore such elaborate makeup. If anything, that sounds more on brand than you are right now. Why stop? You can't imagine how much time that took from my day. I have a business to run now, after all. Dad showed me a photo once. The one of you with your bandmate. Who? The guy with the mohawk. I don't know how he got such a huge hawk. Ah, yes. It was pure witchcraft, that hair. He's doing it on purpose, isn't he? With the witch jokes. Wait. You were in a band? Are you really surprised by that, Landry? Come on. Everybody was in a band in the 90s. I don't recall that stereotype, but yes. Birch, I was, in fact, in a band. I bet it was called Masters of the Night or something like that. No, Avery, it was not. I'd thank you to give me more credit than that. Nah, more like Nightly Nightshade. Or Dark Carousel. No. Or Sorrows of Blood. Etuhes. You are all so cruel. You have to tell us the real name or they'll keep going. I refuse to further enable this slander. It was Spider Coven with an X. Reese! What? How do you spell spider with an X? Goth willpower. You're kidding me. This is fucking hilarious, actually. I'm like, really? They had a song that was called something like Rose Baptism. I only remember the parts that weren't in French, but no. Ahem, it went something like, No, this is traitorous. My own pupil betrays me. Ahem. Trapped within my own mind, something in French. My will dissolves to blood. The soul's red rind. Life is but a march toward death. Right, Graves? Graves isn't listening to us anymore. He's pacing around and mumbling in agony. How do you know all this, Reese? Graves and my dad went to college together. He went to their shows. He met your mother at one of them, if I recall. You have me to thank for your very existence, my boy. Ugh, don't put it like that. Everybody's laughing and having a good time. Even Graves is being a good sport. This is nice. I wonder how long they've been working together. They're all like a big family. Graves is a lot more charming than I thought. He knows how to work a crowd, at least. I'm starting to get it. I guess this is why nobody's all that mad at Graves, even though they're going through this weird nonsense. He's kind of like everybody's weird but benevolent uncle that you're going to want to bang at some point. That's just weird. Considering she's like, oh, you're creepy. And then it's like, okay, I guess you're charming. And it's like, I want you. And like, what if you were Guy Avery? That seems even weirder. Like, he's old enough to be your dad. Because he went to school with Reese's father, so he's obviously old enough to be your father. I mean, that happens, but it's still a little weird in the context of this. But anyway, we all chat over dinner, then coffee, and before I know it, the sun is totally gone. How long have we been doing this? Shoot, I better get home and feed Mochi before he throws a fit. He gets real passive-aggressive when he's fed late. It is quite late. I'll take care of all the dishes and sundries, so please relax and prepare yourselves to face the day tomorrow. Yeah, I guess we all better get going, huh? Later. Mason's already headed out the back. She barely even turns her head when she waves goodbye. All right, everybody, see you tomorrow. Oh, this is perfect. So I'm going to pause here, and we are going to wrap this part up. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.